Okay, so we're up at the house today. I apologize for the bad lighting. What you need to focus on is lighted well. My face is not. Today, stay tuned. We have had another appliance failure. I got to replace the ice maker on my Frigidaire Gallery refrigerator. It bit the dust about a week ago, and finding parts, new fridges, etc. is very difficult now. I was able to get the correct part, and we're going to slide the new one in and see if we can get it working. Alright, so this is the old one, and basically when I got to the ice tray, this I ended up having to rip off to try to get the thing out without completely disassembling it, which I got it out. But this ice tray actually fell down into the main tray, and you really couldn't get it out without disassembling everything, so I ended up just kind of pulling this loose. It was really hard to see back in there that it was actually just tie strap, but there really isn't a way to get those loose. But anyway, this is what the ice maker looks like. It's just a little module. It's got just a few connections that you need to make, and the motor for the flip of the tray is here, and my tray is damaged. As you can see, it kind of, I don't know whether it froze up or what happened, but you can kind of see little marks here where it got flexed, and flexed enough to actually drop out. We're going to try the new one and see if it'll get things going. Okay, so our new part, I did opt to snag a original Electrolux part for this Frigidaire. There are several options on Amazon for this same ice maker. Some good reviews, some bad reviews. Really didn't feel like taking it apart again. There was that big of a price difference. So I just went ahead and grabbed an original one. Had to wait a day or more than I normally would to get the part. No big deal. The fridge does run fine if you have the ice maker out. Just make sure you turn off the ice maker on the front of the machine. And we're going to get this out here and see if we can get it installed. So this one looks exactly the same as the other one. There is a part number difference. I think this is an 06 on the end and the original one was a 09. But it doesn't really matter. So this thing goes in really simple. You have these little cleats here that slide over some big round headed screws that you don't need to take out. You just need, basically this just slides in, plug everything up, and I think there's a total of one screw here, and there's a single screw that holds a bracket, which I'll show you, that covers the front of this to get this out. So really, it's only really a 5-minute job to get this swapped out. That's pretty much it. It just basically pushes in, and we'll remake our connections here. Really can't mess up. They have different pin counts. A simple snap in. One thing I'll recommend is be sure that you clean your fridge, the ice maker portion. I've already got all of the extraneous ice out of the unit. So we're going to remove this top screw here and get our cover. Remount it basically is what holds all of the wiring. Basically, you just want to scoop this up. There's a slot in the very back. Make sure that your wiring isn't getting appended on that. And as you slide it forward, be sure that it goes up in the little groove. So we're now flush. And I'm going to need a screwdriver. Oh, that was a stretch. All right. And the same as last time on the other video, this is all screwing into plastic, so make sure that you do a reverse rotation and get the screw to fall in the original holes. It'll make putting it together a lot easier. And you're a lot less likely to strip something or damage something. Okay, so that's in now. Basically, I'm going to remove these screws real quick and just set them on top of the fridge. And we'll get everything assembled. And try not to drop the screws. This just slides over everything, has a little bit of insulation on the back. Slides on and the screws go in here. Now we'll put in our lower screw. And now we'll reinstall it. I'm just want to make sure that everything's in position to actually get the ice tray. Everything feels tight. Make sure your wiring's all the way up and where it's supposed to be. So basically I have a clear path back through there and taking a look. And when you get a beep, it's telling you got your door open. We're going to trick it temporarily. So everything fits back good. Now it's actually time to test the functions of the ice maker. So in order to test this ice maker, it has actually some front panel functions. I'll show you here in a sec. You can Google Frigidaire Gallery ice maker test, and it'll basically show you the codes that you want to get to. You need to be careful about doing them in a particular order because there is a fill, and what you don't want to do is dump raw water into your ice tray. But you can basically test every function. You can look at your thermistor value to see what it thinks the temperature is. That's very important. But again, I'm gonna just kind of zoom in here on the panel. We'll get it started and we'll do the complete test. Okay, so you basically activate it. You want to press these two buttons, plus and up. It says for 10 seconds simultaneously, and you can move backwards and forwards between the test with your plus and minus button. So we're going to hold these. Okay, so now we're in the mode. It's saying we got a 47 degree thermistor. We're on test 52. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests. 52 is the thermistor. 55 is your water valve test. So we're going to basically probably wait for 55. The evaporator fan, ice level sensor, and the twist tray. So basically we're going to focus on 55C, 57C, 58C, and 63C first. So this is the evaporator fan. And basically you hit set to activate it. I hear the evaporator fan. So that evaporator fan is running. I'm going to turn that back off. We're going to go up to 58, and this is just going to run continuously. And we're looking at the arm on the inside. Okay, it looks like everything's moving, and it's going to keep moving. You allow it to drop freely. And now we're going to test and see if it'll go to the home position. So what you got to do is you got to reach in, you got to hold the little lever up, and we don't get an alarm. That's what's supposed to happen. That particular test activates automatically, so just keep that one in mind. 58 activates automatically. Now we're going to basically, so we don't have the ice bucket in there. We're going to go to the next test, which you do have to actually set. And it looks like that's all working. We're at 55. We should be ready to do water now, just to see if this works. And we have water. So everything seems to be working the way it's supposed to. It doesn't necessarily mean we still don't have a problem, but the part that I just replaced, everything's working. So to get out of that mode, basically you want to hold plus for 10 seconds. And it'll get out of the mode. And basically the refrigerator rebooted. We have the ice maker on, and everything's in normal mode. So hopefully this helps some folks out. I'll see here in just a little while whether I have an ice maker that works or whether it's just making a big mess. But anyway, hope that helps some folks out, and we'll see you on the next one.